What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome to review of Game Week 14 for Fantasy Premier League. Of course, on the same time, same place, same everywhere. This weekend, well, this day, Monday, it's a day earlier than usual because we had no Monday game. So everything was completed on Sunday. We've had all the bonus points, all the league updates and all that good business. And everything's good. Everything's well. First of all, I'll tell you about how I did. And how my team did. I took a risk. I put Aguero in this week. He's now out of my team for Lukaku. Realised that was a pretty bad mistake, but the only thing we care about is the head-to-head league, where, as you can see, beaten by 10 points. You know, this is my team right here. I did pretty well, I feel like. Got a bit lucky because Koscielny came off, Sanchez came off a minute before, so I thought like he could have done damage to Norwich, but you know, Evans came in for the injured company. I had Igalo on the bench, so maybe got a bit lucky of players coming in, and also, you know, not having to use Igalo, but I still won nonetheless. I didn't change my team from last week, so it looks incredibly similar because I forgot to change it. But nevertheless, we've got something to talk about. We've got to talk about the best and the worst of the previous game week and why you should maybe consider getting them out, but wait until tomorrow until the preview comes out where you can see who to bring them in for. Why is that there? Hold on, be right back. Sorry about that, don't know what happened, but, you know, the thing at the top wouldn't go away, so it sort of hindered the view. But let's talk quickly and run through the worst players for this game week. I've picked it up 3 from each position. I'm just going to be looking at my phone, rattling off a few stats about them. So, to help it, we'll go on to round score. First of all, of course, we've got Brad Guzan, who luckily made a few saves. So he got 2 points, but another 3 goals conceded. The game best, they scored 2. But Villa are looking doomed at the moment. Moving on from him, we have a keeper by the name of Rob Elliott. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so apologies if I do. I'll probably cut it out. But Rob Elliott, conceded 5. It wasn't really his fault. I think he's making a few saves, but you know, he's got a poor defence in front of him, so you can't really show how good you are. And then he's also, he made 3 saves, so he only got 1 point. So managed to rescue some points for the 1.8% that might have used him. And lastly, we have a man by the name of, up here, Tim Howard. Now, the reason he's in there, although he made 6 saves, he conceded 3 goals still. Now, I have only watched the highlights of it. I do think maybe a few times he could have got in better positions. Maybe could have saved them. And with that, maybe he would have got clean sheet bonus points. Who knows? Well, I say clean sheet. There's nothing stopping that Smithy strike, but that was absolutely gorgeous. Bad players of the defence now. Unfortunately, Alan Hutton makes it in here again for another own goal. Not having the best of times at the moment, is he? Nothing more to say for that, except to put the ball into his own net. Stopped Igalo scoring, which is good because I had him out of my team again. That could have haunted me, but luckily it did not. Next up, we have a Newcastle defender by the name of Chancel Mbemba. Only reason he's in there ahead of everyone else because he picks up a yellow card. That means he gets -1, everyone else gets 0. So, maybe some changes, definitely some changes needed. Not maybe, definitely. Newcastle need to sign players that are proven in the Premier League rather than, European players. Alright, if you've already got a team, let's say you've got a team like Crystal Palace, because you've got a team that is performing well, then you can bring in maybe a few players from abroad, see how that works out. Newcastle have not got teams performing well, performing quite poorly. As they brought them in, so it was a huge risk, and not really many of them have paid off. And lastly, in the middle, actually, we have a man by the name of Ryan Shawcross. Now, he's in there because you get a red card. He's got a red card, and when you get a red card, everything that happens afterwards. So if your team concede like 20 goals after you get a red card, that unfortunately goes down in your stats. That happened for him, so he got -3 points this week. Not too good, and of course, he got sent off right after half time before the 60-minute mark. Didn't go very well. Instead of doing this, because I'm wasting a lot of time, I'll rattle off the other names. Cesc Fabregas. If you haven't seen the video where he has got the Austin Powers music behind all of the mistakes he made against Tottenham, I'll definitely put this in the description. It's a hilarious video someone made. Johan Cabaye, reason he's in there for me is because 5 goals were scored against Newcastle, pretty poor team. He contributed to none of them. That's unlike Cabaye. He's had decent. Expected the big things within this game, but didn't prove to be that way. And Santi Cazorla, another game week where he picked up 1 point because he had played 90 minutes and also got a yellow card. And lastly, Costa, because didn't even play, but I am angry. I'm going to throw the bib. Absolutely petulant, pathetic. Sergio Aguero didn't really produce much goodness this week, and also came off with a slight niggle, though Manuel Pellegrini has insisted it is just a precaution. And Harry Kane, again, 1 point, played 90 minutes, got a yellow card, and against Chelsea, probably could have done with scoring, but it was 0-0, so that's that. But now we got to go on the good players, which is easier because they can all be in one screen. But we'll start off with goalkeepers. First up is Costa Pantilimon, another game week. I'm starting to consider maybe it's worth bringing him in, because if Allardyce can keep up these strong performances, because that's the last 5 games, 3 clean sheets, and on 49 points now. So if you look at the scores in total, he's not far off the top. Looking 49, you've got 67 there, less than 20. So he's making his way up there. But he's got 8 points this week for a great performance. Asmir Begovic is in there because he got bonus points. He got clean sheet, and he also got a few saves as well, so that brings him in there. And also, lastly, is Lloris, three of the 4. The only reason he made it above Mignolet is because I can't remember why, but Mignolet got a yellow card. So maybe time wasting like he did in the Europa Cup. Then, well, who knows? But he managed to get himself up a clean sheet. Not many saves because Chelsea weren't very good, but there you go. There you have it. On to the defenders now. Another few Sunderland players I did predict. Now, I believe I'm right in saying I did predict Billy Jones getting in there. He didn't get in there, but Van Aanholt and Yedlin did. Van Aanholt because he scored the absolute blinder and assisted. No, that's bonus points. Sorry, bonus. A few bonus points for that as well, and also the clean sheet brings up to 15 points, which is quite a good result for this week. And also DeAndre Yedlin grabbed up some points, 2 for a bonus, 1 for a clean, or 4 for a clean sheet, 3 for an assist. Picks up on 11 points, so that's decent from him. And I had a choice between Alderweireld and Moreno's put on there. I put Moreno for the simple fact his name's shorter, and he like Van Aanholt, like Pantilimon, and like a certain striker, he doesn't fit in there. But Alderweireld did have a fantastic week as well. He's also in my team now. Took -4 points because I had a feeling I was going to win the head-to-head game against the person I was playing. So I got rid of Russell Martin, brought Alderweireld in, as of course I brought Lukaku in for Aguero, so I had a few £1 million to spend. Moving on to the midfielders now. De Bruyne definitely got back into a little bit of a groove. He hadn't really done anything, hadn't scored since the 6-1 thrashing of Newcastle, but he contributed to every goal this game, which is the De Bruyne you expect to see. He came in with 1 goal and 2 assists. I just realised last week, I think I said they've only drawn 1 game this week. They've drawn twice. I forgot about the Man United one. But 1 goal and 2 assists for Kevin De Bruyne. Fantastic game week. Shame I didn't captain him because I would have flown to victory then and left Mahrez, but who am I to blame? Myself for forgetting, because I have a very busy lifestyle. Anyway, that was really random. Yannick Bolassi's in there now, and he hasn't really done much this season. You look at points, but he got in there. Got 10 for the West Brom game. Then you got a few for Liverpool, but that's about it really. He's had a quiet season. Scored 4 goals now, no assists from himself. Rumours of him leaving, but he's back into full form now, I believe. 3 goals in the last 3 games. 5-1 against Newcastle, his team played. Been poor at home, but hopefully that will spring them into a little bit of a winning spree at home to get them back up to the top 4 where they were with Leicester earlier on the season. And again, I had a choice between Stanislas and MacArthur. I thought, could put MacArthur in, that's 2 from Palace. I have to put Junior Stanislas in because he scored 2 goals, 2 late goals, I believe, in the 90th minute. And, 98 minutes on the clock, and you score a header like that to give your team your relegation. There you go, burp. Your relegation candidate team a point could be crucial. And the fact that you're looking at Chelsea maybe going away, Swansea will hope to move away from there as they're dropping incredibly close towards the drop zone. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking Aston Villa, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Sunderland and Norwich. The 5 now. With Norwich maybe looking to get a few winning games on the trot, you're looking at those 4. So Bournemouth needs as many points as they can, and that's fantastic performance from their whole round, just to battle right until the final whistle. And lastly, the strikers. We've got 2 Watford players, and as you can see on the bottom left, the striker that I was talking about is Jamie Vardy's having a party. I couldn't not put it in there. And we've got to start with Jamie Vardy as well. 11 straight games with a goal. And, quite honestly, fantastic. You look at it, in every game he's played, he's got a goal, technically. You look at it, it's 14 games played, 14 goals scored with an assist. His season form is phenomenal. A lot of people at the start, like my brother, stuck with him right from game week 1. He said, just trust me on it. I think it was just because he had a decent few games at the end of the season during pre-season. But I didn't want to. Same thing with Tyson Fury. I didn't give them the credit they were due, and now they are, like Tyson Fury, as world heavyweight champion of the world, beating Vladimir Klitschko on points, and Jamie Vardy also, has scored 11 straight games now and has broken the Premier League record. They've got to start taking it seriously. 27 years old for Tyson Fury, I believe 28 for Jamie Vardy. People have got to stop looking at them as a joke and start taking them seriously now, because not many people gave Vardy, not many people could have seen Vardy in the England team, performing like this, 14 goals, 14 games played, and not many people could see Tyson Fury beating Klitschko. But it's time we start taking note. And also, congratulations to Andy Murray and Team GB as well. Fantastic performance. You haven't seen the photo. No one will see the photo on my Facebook because it's my private Facebook. But hopefully it'll be on the screen right now. As you can see, quite a lot of emotion. If anything summed up how quite a lot of fans were feeling after the 79-year wait, that was the photo that did it. But Vardy, of course, in there. Well, seems like weekly. Big up to Zarate anyway. Scored the free kick, I believe. Grabbed himself 3 bonus points. Basically gave West Ham a point because they weren't that good anywhere else against West Brom. But, of course, we've got Troy Deeney. Got himself a yellow card, was disappointed, but basically the same for Deeney and Ighalo. 3 for a bonus, 3 for an assist, 4 goals for a goal scored, and then also 2 for playing 90 minutes. And the same with Odion Ighalo. Fantastic play. Now you can see them on the bottom left. I'm going to do something quickly. If you should get rid of the old players, so the old players now, or the bad players, are back in the team. Brad Guzan, if you got him in there, yes. Rebellia, yes. Tim Howard, no. Alan Hudson, yes. Shaw Crunch, no. And Bemba, yes. Fabregas, yes. Cabaye, yes, because he got 6.7 million. And you're looking at players like Mahrez, you're thinking 6.7 million, definitely worth it, because you can get much more attacking players in there to substitute for Cabaye. Santi Cazorla, no, because they've got so many injuries. Not long before Santi Cazorla's playing up front, as the target man. So, keep him in there until he gets injured, then take him out. But I'll say this one is a 50-50. It's your call on that one. Then Diego Costa, if you've got him in there still, yes. Sergio Aguero, yes, because there's a lot more better options that are cheaper, like Lukaku, like Kane, like Vardy, like Ighalo, like Deeney now, all in form. And also Harry Kane in there, no, because he had a bad week this week, but he'll continue performing, maybe even 20 goals this season, who knows. But thank you guys for watching nonetheless. If you like this video, then leave a like, let me think in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy. Hopefully I haven't rattled on for too long. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. Stick around for the preview tomorrow, and peace.